Hello and thanks for joining us tonight. David Perdue's campaign for governor made a stop in his hometown, Houston County. The former U.S. Senator spoke to Middle Georgia Republican women at a business in Warner Robins, but the group did not allow everyone into that meeting. Ashlyn Webb has more.
Yes, we were actually invited to cover this event by David Perdue's campaign. However, when we walked inside, we were told we were not allowed in or to hear what David Perdue had to say to his supporters. Frankie Ross, president of Middle Georgia Republican Women, told us our crew was not allowed in. Ross said there was not enough room for press. Ross also said the event was now a private meeting, despite Perdue's campaign inviting us to the event. Before the event started, we asked the campaign to ask the women's group to open the meeting. Perdue staff declined.
Well, I'm not in charge here. I apologize for that. I appreciate you driving all the way out here, and I'll answer any questions you like. You know, these ladies are really in charge. This is their event. They've invited me to come as well.
Now, Perdue's campaign did apologize and called it a misunderstanding. However, we still were not allowed inside. Reporting in Warner Robins, Ashlyn Webb, 13W Maisie News.
As campaigning kicks off, we're taking a closer look at the gubernatorial race. The general election less than a year away, and the primary is in May. The election was originally set to be a rematch between Governor Brian Kemp and Democrat Stacey Abrams. Ashlyn Webb tells us how the emergence of David Perdue in the race could change the playing field.
The question when it comes to the Republican vote, who will Georgians back? David Perdue with former President Donald Trump support or Governor Brian Kemp?
A lot of this is going to boil down to how a Republican voter probably feels about President Trump and his continued claims that he really won Georgia big.
Trump and his supporters criticized Governor Kemp for failing to overturn the state's 2020 election result. University of Georgia professor of political science Charles Bullock says it's not clear yet whether the former president's support will help or hurt Perdue's chances.
Particularly if the Republican nominee is David Perdue, he's not going to be able to keep himself at arm's length distance from President Trump. It's going to be a full embrace there. And that may certainly help him in the primary this spring, but it could then be a real burden to him in November.
Bullock says the race between Kemp and Perdue has already created a clear divide in Georgia's Republican Party.
You know, internal warfare that's going to take place is not going to be good for the Republican Party. And if it leaves the person who gets the Republican nomination so weakened that he then loses in November, yeah, that, you know, the biggest loss that could happen to a party is to lose control of the governorship.
The primary is May 24th. The general election is November 8th.